Hello, my dear students. Today, let us discuss articles of association. As you know very well, company can be formed by performing many legal requirements. Whether it is a public company or private company, it has to go with two steps or two stages, as you know very well. If it is a public company, it has to perform four stages. But earlier two stages are common for all the companies, that is promotion and incorporation stage. As far as incorporation stage is concerned, it is concerned with registration. For registration, documents are important. So what are those documents? In our last class, in my earlier video, I have explained it about the memorandum of association. Same way, articles of association is also very important document. In this video, let us discuss some points about articles of association. I'm Dr. Prajnavatili, Government First Grade College, Dharwad, Karnataka. I welcome you all to this video wherein I'm discussing some important points about articles of association. So first, let us understand what it is. It contains the rules relating to the management of internal affairs. So now let us go one by one. It contains the rules relating to the management of internal affairs. Internally, administration is to be done, and how it is to be administered, it's up to the articles of association of a company. It plays a part of subsidiary to the memorandum of association. It cannot extend the objects as defined in the memorandum. It defines the rights, powers, and duties of the management. It must not contain anything which is against the memorandum of association or against the Companies Act or against the public policy. Articles of association are the legal document that, along with the memorandum of association, serves as the constitution of the company. It is comprised of rules and regulations that govern the company's internal affairs. Memorandum of association administer the external affairs, and articles of association administer the internal affairs. Articles of association can be considered as the user manual for the organization that comprises of the methodology that can be used to accomplish the company's day-to-day operations. This document is a binding on the shareholders and the organization and has nothing to do with the outsiders, because outsiders, how they are and what is the relation between company and outsiders is defined in memorandum of association. Articles of association has nothing to do with the outsiders. It is just about the insiders. That means the shareholders or members of the company or the employees of the company. Thus, the company is not accountable for any claims made by any external party. The articles of association of a company are its bylaws or rules and regulations which govern the management of its internal affairs and conduct of its business. They are framed with the object of carrying out the aims and objects as set out in the memorandum of association. So memorandum of association tells about the external affairs and articles of association tells about the internal affairs. This section corresponds to section 31 of the Companies Act 1956, section 20 of the Indian Companies Act 1913, section 10 of the English Companies Act 1948, and section 9 of the English Companies Act 1985. The articles of association are concerned with the internal management of the company and aims at carrying out the objectives as mentioned in the memorandum. This define the company's purpose, the objectives, and lay out the guidelines of how the task is to be carried out within the organization. The articles of association cover the information related to the board of directors, general meetings, voting rights, board proceedings, etc. So public limited by company by shares, limited by shares may register articles. Company limited by guarantee, unlimited company, private company limited by shares must register articles along with the memorandum at the time of registration. Articles of association must be printed and it should be divided into paragraphs and numbered consecutively. It must be signed by each signatory of the memorandum in the presence of at least one attesting or witness. So, friends, now let us understand the definition part. What is the definition given for the Articles of Association? Section 2, subsection 2 of the Companies Act 1956 defines articles means articles of association of a company as originally framed or as altered from time to time in pursuance of any previous company law or of this act. So we cannot understand much from this definition, isn't it? So let us go with the meaning. The usual contents of articles of association are similar to those contained in the table A. They relate to the internal management of the company. The usual contents of the articles are rules relating to adoption of preliminary contract, share capital, rights of members and variations of such rights, and calls on shares, transmission and forfeiture of share, lien on share, conversion of shares into stock. When it is fully paid, it can be converted into stock. Then share warrants, alteration of share capital, general meeting, voting by members, directors, their qualification, how to appoint the director, and what are their shares, how to give the remuneration to the directors, and board meetings, when it should be convened, and how many of the directors should attend it, and who should be the manager, managing director, secretary, their appointment, how to appoint them, what is their qualification, what is their remuneration, and how they can be removed, etc. And the company seal, dividend, reserves, books, accounts, and audit means what are the books to be maintained by the company, what are the compulsory books, and how the accounts should be maintained, who has to maintain the accounts, when it should be finalized, and how the audit has to be undertaken, who should be the auditor, what is his qualification, what is his remuneration, and whom we have to appoint as auditor. Then borrowing powers of the company, who on behalf of the company can borrow it, whose permission he has to take, when he can borrow, what is the limit of the borrowings, and when it has to be repaid, and what is the provision for repayment of it, and capitalization of profit, how much of the profit, that means what percentage of the profit has to be kept aside as reserve, and after how many years, how it can be capitalized, and company investments, where can company invest, and what should be the feedback, or that is payback, or what should be the profit for it, and who has to do the investment, whose permission he has to take, and what should be the notices, when can we wind up the company, what is the procedure for it, whose permission it has to take, what are the different possibilities when it can be winded up, and all such rules and regulations about the winding up. Then indemnity to officers or agents of the company, provisions for any powers which can be exercised if so authorized. See, all such things, so many things about the internal management of the company, each and every aspect is there in the Articles of Association. Unlimited companies, articles must state the number of members with which the company is to be registered, along with the amount of share capital, if any, when it is in case of unlimited company. Company is limited by guarantee. The articles must define the number of members with which the company is to be registered. As far as private companies limited by shares, the private company having the share capital, article must contain the provision that restricts the right to transfer shares, and limit the number of members to 50, and prohibition for invitation to the public for the further subscription of shares in the form of shares or debentures. So all such things should be included in articles of association. In case of public company limited by shares, articles may be framed by the company itself, or in case of company doesn't register articles, then it might adopt all of any of the regulations as contained in table A. Table A is ready-made rules and regulations. That is, any company can adopt it instead of preparing its own articles of association. Now let us understand about the alteration. can we alter articles of association? If so, when we can alter it? To what extent we can alter it? Who can alter the articles of association? The alteration of articles should not sanction anything illegal. They should be for the benefit of the company. They should not lead to the breach of contract with the third parties. The following are the regulations regarding alteration of articles. Company may alter articles with special resolution. Due importance and care should be given to ensure that the alteration of articles of association doesn't conflict with the provisions of the Memorandum of Association of the or Companies Act. A copy of every special resolution altering the articles must be filed with the registrar within 30 days of its passing. The proposed alteration should not contravene the provisions of the Companies Act. It should not go against the Companies Act. The proposed alteration should not contravene the provisions of the Memorandum of Association. Memorandum of Association is the supreme document. Articles of Association has to obey the rules of Memorandum of Association. So the alteration should not contravene the provisions of the Memorandum of Association. Alteration should not purpose anything that is illegal. Alteration should be bona fide for the benefit of the company. Proposed alteration should in no way increase the liability of existing members. Alteration can be made only by a special resolution. Ordinary resolution is not enough. Alteration can be done with the retrospective effect. That means while studying the Memorandum of Association, we saw that Memorandum of Association alteration should be done only after the passing of it. That means that is retrospective effect is not possible in case of alteration of articles, Memorandum of Association, but it is possible in case of articles of association. The court doesn't have any power to order alteration. So it's up to the company whether to alter its articles or not. Any company which is intended to make any change in the articles of association of its company will have to comply with the provisions of Section 14 of Companies Act 2013 and any other applicable provisions of the Act and applicable rules. Company can alter its articles by way of addition or deletion or modification or substitution or in any other way only if it wants. Even alteration made in the articles of association shall be noted in every copy of the memorandum or articles as the case may be. So what are the steps for alteration? That is step number 1 is first board meeting has to be convened. That is directors are to be convened as per section 173. Board meeting is to be convened. To alter the articles of association of company by giving notice at least 7 days earlier to the board meeting, notice has to be served to all the directors and they should come together, sit together, discuss together, and they should decide about it. So board meeting is to be held. At the board meeting, the given resolution in respect of alteration of articles of association must be passed. Then get approval to alteration in articles of association and recommending the proposal for members' consideration by way of special resolution, fixing the date, time, and venue of the general meeting, and authorizing a director or any other person to send the notice for the same members. Here, these are the step number 2. And step number 3, that is issue of general meeting. Notice of the general meeting should be issued. Notice of EGM. Why it is extraordinary general meeting? Because in between the general meetings, if we want to alter the articles of association, then we should go with the extraordinary general meeting. So at least 21 days before, we have to serve the notice to all the members about the EGM. EGM can be called on short notice with the consent of at least majority in number and 95% of such part of the paid up share capital of the company giving a right to vote at such meeting. All the directors, members, auditors of the company, notice must be served. The notice shall specify the place, date, time of the meeting and contain a statement on the business to be transacted at the EGM. Then holding the general meeting, we have to check the quorum, check whether auditor is present. If not, then leave of absence is granted or not. That is also very important. Then passing the special resolution is must. Approval of alteration of articles of association has to be taken. And after this passing the resolution, we should file it, filling the form with ROC, that is filing of resolutions and agreements to the registrar is compulsory with the registrar, along with the requisite filling with 13 days of passing the special resolution along with the given documents. That is certified true copies of the special resolution, then copy of the notice of meeting, then a printed copy of altered articles of association should be registered with the registrar of companies. ROC means registrar of companies. Company shall alter its articles as per the provisions of Companies Act and the conditions contained in the memorandum. The provisions for entrenchment of articles shall only be made either on formation of a company or by an amendment in the articles agreed to by all the members of the company in case of a private company, and by a special resolution in case of a public company. Company shall pass special resolution for conversion of public company into private company. So friends, now we have understood what is Articles of Association, what it contains, and how the contents can be altered. Now it's our duty to understand both Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association togetherly. That means we have to compare them. Then we have to understand what is the difference between these two important documents. Memorandum of Association is a document that contains all the conditions which are required for the registration of the company. But Articles of Association, it is a document that contains rules and regulations for the administration of the company. Memorandum is for registration, articles is for administration. Memorandum of Association is defined in section 2, while Articles of Association is defined in section 2, subsection 5 of the Indian Companies Act. Memorandum of Association is subsidiary to the Companies Act, whereas Articles of Association is subsidiary to both Memorandum of Association as well as the Act. So in any contradiction between memorandum and articles regarding any clause, Memorandum of Association will prevail over the Articles of Association. That means Memorandum of Association is supreme to the Articles of Association. Memorandum of Association contains the information about the powers, objects of the company. Conversely, Articles of Association contain the information about the rules, regulations of the company. Memorandum of Association must contain the 6 clauses. On the other hand, Articles of Association is framed as per the discretion of the company. That means it can include any number of rules and regulations. It's up to the company. Company has to prepare it. There is no such clauses. Only rules and regulations are there. Memorandum of Association is obligatory to be registered with the registrar of company at the time of registration, as opposed to Articles of Association is not required to be filed with the registrar, although the company may file it voluntarily. But there is no compulsion on Articles of Association that it should be registered with the registrar, etc. at the time of registration itself. Afterwards also you can do it. Memorandum of Association defines the relationship between company and external party. On the contrary, Articles of Association govern the relationship between the company and its members. That is the internal affairs, and also between the members themselves. So it is purely concerned with the internal affairs, and the Memorandum of Association is concerned with the external affairs. When it comes to scope, the acts performed beyond the scope of memorandum are absolutely null and void. In contrast, the act done beyond the scope of articles can be ratified by unanimous voting of all shareholders. Memorandum and articles are the 2 very important documents of the company which are to be maintained by them as they guide the company on various matters. They also help in proper management of functioning of the company throughout its life. That is why every company is required to have its own memorandum and articles. So my dear friends, I have discussed about the Articles of Association, and in my next videos, I'm going to discuss some more important aspects about the company. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and refer all of my videos, please. And